Hello, Fae and Fiend and everyone in between. Friends, both fair and fell, welcome back to Go Buff Yourself and the City of the Crimson Tower. My name is Ethan. As always, I will be your GM for this Savage Worlds retelling of the Curse of Strahd story. And today I am joined by 4 of our 5 heroes, as Maddie is off being a different type of hero and helping save burned down forests and all of that, and taking care of animals. So while she is off doing that, we're going to tell our own type of horror story here with these 4 incredible players. Let's go around and say hi to them. First, playing Brock, we have Lauren.
Oh, hi.
Playing 9, we have Mav.
Hello. I'm a black man.
You are. Sally, played by Hawthorne.
Hi.
Or, I'm sorry, Hawthorne played by Sally. Either, you know.
No,
depends on the day.
no. Sally played by Hawthorne.
So yeah, Sally played by Hawthorne. That happens too.
Yeah.
And Gloria played by Anna Margaret.
Hello, so happy to be here.
Few quick announcements before we jump into this session 46 of this campaign. First of all, this is an 18+ stream. This is a retelling of Curse of Strahd. It is a horror story, and we are not shying away from those horror elements when they are relevant, so just be aware of that. Check the content descriptions if you're listening after the recording is done. Second, you can catch up on past episodes of this and our other 3 ongoing campaigns, all on Go Buff Yourself on YouTube. So much to check out there. Please check it out. We appreciate every single view, every single comment, every single like. So, with those things said, let's go ahead and run that beautiful intro video so that we can get into session 46 of the City of the Crimson Tower. We are back. When we were last in Vallaki Hills in Barraville, our 5 were investigating and trying to figure out a solution for what had happened to one Stella Wachter, the daughter of Fiona Wachter. Through numerous different resources, most important of which was Viktor Velakovich, you all learned that in the midst of experimenting with a teleportation ritual, Stella had been transported temporarily into the ethereal plane, at least her spirit had been, and while there, she was attacked by some nefarious spirit that severed, or at least weakened, the connection between her spirit in the ethereal and her body in the material. And that tether was growing weaker by the day. Victor has an idea for how to get her spirit back, but it requires you all, or some people, to travel to the ethereal to guide her back. But the ritual to do this requires a very particular item. The Heartstone of either a Night Hag or a Night Churl. You all discovered that a creature with that description, and a few of you recognized certain details of that description, had been seen in the ethereal plane near the refugees from Bridgewater. investigating there, you found a refugee named Franz who told you his harrowing tale. He found himself addicted to these dream donuts sold by the peddler Morgan that allowed him to see his wife, and in his dead wife in his dreams. And in his desperation, when his funds ran out, he traded his children to Morgan. And even though he immediately regretted it, attempted to reclaim his children, Morgan put him to sleep, and when Franz tried to find his children, there was no sign. But ever since, he had been having dreams of a creature that matched the description of a night churl, holding a stone to his head while he could hear the sound of his children's screams and laughter. Speaking with Victor about the possibility of trying to claim one of these heartstones from the windmill where you learned these creatures may be, he told you all that night churls and hags have the ability to go into the ethereal plane, which makes them very difficult to defeat in combat. And so if you were going to take that path to try to claim one of the heartstones, you would need to create a protective circle or something of the sort that would prevent them from transporting into the ethereal plane. Now, Stella had noticed such a circle built around her family's estate. And so when you went there and told Fiona Wachter what you had discovered about her daughter, taking her outside and allowing the spirit of Stella to prove her presence, she spoke with you all and Victor about a plan, and said that she possibly could make such a circle, but one, she would need help, and two, she would need to be in the area. And so you all agreed the next morning to meet at the eastern gate and head towards this windmill. When we very last left, you all had completed your meeting with Lady Wachter, telling Victor he was staying behind while you all were doing this, and the group split. Once again, as you have been for the evenings, with Karina and Ira returning to the Church of St. Andrel, and the four of you to the Blue Sky Inn. And when you walked in, Erwin seemed very pleased and just a little irritated at the fact that you all finally showed up when he had mentioned that there would be someone there meeting you in about an hour, which was hours ago. And this was in relation to a problem that Erwin had told you about earlier, that his shipment from the Genius of Gin distillery that the Blue Sky Inn relies on had failed to arrive. And since this is necessary for his business, and, you discovered, is in some way associated with his family, because his father is the contact there that he recommended speak to. He said that if you were going to head that way, there was someone else, another associate of his, Muriel, who was also planning to head that way for her own reasons and wanted you all to meet up. And so when you stepped back into the Blue Sky Inn, with Erwin saying, "There you all are! I am sorry, Muriel." A short, dusky-skinned woman had been lying down, feet kind of kicked up, on one of the benches here in the tavern, and she sits up, jet black hair, dark eyes, mud-stained cloak draped over one of the chairs nearby, small feather hanging on a leather cord around her neck with some wooden beads on there, a rifle leaning against the bench next to her, and a blade sheathed at her hip. And as she sits up and raises a hand in greeting at Erwin's greeting of you all, she hops to her feet and strides over to the four of you. Oh, hey there. You must be the ones that Erwin was telling me about. My name's Muriel. I've been told that I am to be escorting you all to the Genius of Jinns, and you all are going to be making sure I don't get killed on the way.
Yeah. Okay. Nice to meet you, Muriel.
Hi.
My name is Nine.
Nine, nice to meet you.
Gloria,
Brock.
Brock, and Hawthorne.
She looks at the four of you and cocks an eyebrow, and with a slightly playful tone in her voice. Don't be offended at my asking, but are you all adventurers? Used to travel on the road?
We survive.
Well, that's good enough for me. So, I'm ready to, I don't really have much to grab. I've got my rifle here, got my bag, so I'll be ready to leave whenever you all are. When are you thinking?
Really quick. I wasn't here. Where does she need to go?
So, quick reminder for you, Anna Margaret, since you were not here, but you also haven't gotten a ton of information on this topic from Erwin. But what he told you all was the Genius of Gin distillery is to the west. You all came from the east, so you haven't been west of Valaki Hills yet. And said it's kind of near the other borough of Crescent that you can find this distillery. It is a decent distance away. It's not like a half-day trip. You would be gone for a little while.
Okay, so I'm out of game. We know that we're going on this errand to try to save Stella.
Correct.
Stella.
And you know you have a
And
ticking clock because
and
the
that-
ritual needs to be done in the full moon, which is in
Which
a
is
few
in 2
days.
days.
And you had agreed to meet Fiona Voctor tomorrow morning at the gate to leave.
Okay. Muriel, we are so looking forward to traveling with you. We do have quite a bit of experience traveling on the road. We have another engagement that will occupy us for the next few days. Are you willing to wait about 4 days for us to accompany you?
Looks at Erwin, who just gives kind of a shrug. If it can't be avoided, it can't be avoided. Going on my own isn't such a smart idea, so if I have to wait, I guess I have to wait. Erwin, you got any spare rooms? For you, Muriel, always. You know that. Then I guess I'm fine. Got any gin? Erwin just looks at her. Joke, just joking. Joking, it's fine.
She totally knew that he didn't. Whoa.
Yeah, I can wait. But I don't think it would be smart to wait too much longer than that. So as soon as you are able to go, let me know. If I'm not here, just let Erwin know. He can get word to me.
No problem. And we also have a ride too, so we don't have to walk.
Oh.
So that might cut down on some traveling time
Oh,
too.
great. I mean, that never... Yeah, take your time then. Oh, my feet thank you ahead of time.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess there's no reason not to get a little buzzed. And she walks up to the bar and just plops herself down.
Okay.
Well. And glance back at Brock at night, and Hawthorne would be like,
Brock has got an embarrassed, look on his face, like, oh gosh, I don't know how I feel about this dynamic.
double committed, double booked.
Popular.
Yeah, although I feel like the more pressing time crunch, right? Maybe do you guys want to chat more about it upstairs?
Yes, please.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, please.
You four head
Hawthorne's not even gonna say
upstairs.
anything, just start walking, yeah.
Absolutely, no problem. You head upstairs to your one of your rooms that the four of you have here.
So what did you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know. Now that we're just us and not, also Lady Faulkner or somebody else who we're escorting somewhere that we don't really know, maybe it'd be good to just like touch base. We're meeting in the morning, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
So-
because we gotta get out of here.
Okay, first
Should
things
we
first.
prep at all? I mean, we had
that's-
a pretty big fight, and it was
Correct.
like Hawthorne. I mean, I'd say we did pretty well, wouldn't you say? Hawthorne and 9, like we did pretty well.
Looks over at Brock. Yeah, we did pretty well.
Yeah.
But there'll be more of us. But maybe this fight is harder. I don't know. The reputation for this creature's pretty bad.
So should we take like an extended period of rest, and like maybe have like a hot meal or like maybe a bath?
I feel very unprepared for all of this, and I am questioning everything.
Yeah, that's kind of how
I feel here.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. I
Yeah.
do still have that book. So maybe we could do some research. We could try to like prep a little bit. Like, do they have a weakness that we
Should
don't
we
know
make a
about
list?
right now? Yeah, or a list.
Should we make a
We're
list?
searching the lighthouse. Are any of us particularly good at searching?
I'm really great at searching. I'm a good eye spyer, and I am
Master.
very observant
He's
because
a search master.
I think it's called hypervigilant. I think it's a coping strategy.
That's great. Okay, good. Good plan. Yeah, maybe just having a plan. We're going to be short on time. If Brock takes point on finding the thing, should the rest of us prep in some way? We could try to look for weaknesses of the creature. Are we trying to persuade it? We've floated a lot of ideas. First, we're like, oh, we'll try to persuade it to give it to us. Oh, we'll fight it. But maybe just having like a game plan that we're all on the same page, you know?
Okay, I
9.
think 9. 9. I need to know your information right now.
9's gonna just
Okay,
take
great.
Gloria's hand. It's like, it's okay. We got this. Okay.
Oh,
What we need to do
it's all of them.
is take inventory of all the weapons that we have. We have his axe. We got. You do know we picked up a lot of weapons from that alleyway, right? Like we got a long rifle and a few silver bullets and weapons and the trunk, whatever we got from Lady Faulkner when we get back tomorrow.
I'm feeling to have a better handle on what it means to actually properly shoot a gun. So I know that I'm going to be prepared there.
Oh, okay. We are getting ahead of ourselves. Let's everybody take a breath, okay? Because truly the plan has to be we go to the lighthouse. We have to make this circle. We have to get them in
Windmill.
this circle. Oh, we windmill.
Oh, did I say lighthouse? Sorry. Windmill.
Oh, it's okay.
Did you?
Okay, babe.
Because if
I don't
you
remember.
did, I thought it was
Did.
just me. I thought it was just me, so that's why I was like, damn it.
I think they're describing us
Windmill.
both.
I'll be honest, I'm
If we
shaky
get
on
to
the
this
whole
windmill,
plan. Whole plan is shaky.
So
we need to make a circle, and we have to keep them in this circle. Sorry, Ethan.
No. I just wanted to give because like, we said earlier, Anna Margaret missed a very important session where a lot of information was given. So let me just take 2 minutes out of game to give a really quick summary, because this was all information you all got within the last 24 hours and would absolutely know.
I have a lot written here, yeah.
So, Stella is in the ethereal plane. A ritual is needed for others to get there to bring her back, and it has to be conducted on a full moon and requires the heartstone of either a night hag or a night churl, which are just male and female versions of the same thing. Victor said there were really, obviously, 2 ways to get it. Convince the churl or hag to give it to you, or kill them and get it off of them. But churls and hags are very keen to make deals, but are very good at making deals, and will stick strictly to the letter. And if you choose to fight them, they have the ability to fully transport into the ethereal plane, which means they could just avoid all harm. That is, unless a binding circle were put in place. And it is this binding circle that Fiona Wachter said she would be able to do with the help of her associates, because she can't do it by herself. But she told you that in order to do it, there was one very important thing that she would need, and that is the true names of all of the individuals seeking to be bound by this binding circle. You know that churls and hags tend to operate in covens, usually odd numbers. It's very rare that they are alone. And, according to the dreams that Franz told you, there was one creature sitting on his chest, but he heard the laughter of others. So before the binding circle can work, you need their names. And before killing them can work, you need the binding circle. And before the binding circle can... So, that's the general information that you have right now.
Oh, okay. So we know for sure that there is a series of things that must happen. Do we think that we are clever enough to be able to try plan A, being to offer something in return for this thing's help? Because if we want to fight it, we have to do so many more things. And I'm the list guy. So
that is a lot of things. I like plan A being a deal. I think if we could come up with something that they want in exchange, maybe
Let's remember that they took children. Like, what
so maybe
are we gonna
promise
give?
them our firstborn. I don't know.
This does not sound like a good idea.
I agree.
No,
I'm just saying.
No.
Brainstorm. Like, we could brainstorm. I don't know. Like,
Hey, what?
Okay, let's say that one. Let's just void that one straight off. No firstborn kids are being given away.
Just look for like marriage contracts. I don't know.
So the issue that I'm coming to in my mind is that in order for us to even think about fighting this and getting what we need from it, we have to find out the true names of the evil beings that are in charge of it. I just don't think that sort of rooting around is really going to get us anywhere good either. So
We also need Silver to hurt it too.
fuck. Silver.
You have
The
silver
true-
bullets, right, Nine?
We've got a few of them back in the alleyway that one time.
Who could know their true names?
Why would they make a deal with us?
If they gain something from it,
Newcomers, and we're willing and able.
maybe they're bored.
I mean, all we really know is that they make really horrible, awful deals. Like the one
And
person we know
bad
that's made a
pies.
deal, made a horrible deal.
Donuts.
I'm worried seeking them out would have them attack us unless we approached it properly or got them in a trap, was my thought process.
There's got to be like record of like. Is there a record of like demon names and stuff like that? Like I'm pretty sure it's written down somewhere.
Like in a occult library of some sort.
That could be. You too good with books.
Who could
Maybe
be-
it's-
You think that's in the windmill, though?
No.
Oh no.
I
Can't
think
tear it down.
I think. Who could we ask in town for? We've met a lot of
Do you think
people.
Father Lucian would know anything about? I mean, he's got this like area of protection. I feel like maybe
That-
would he know something?
We could. I think that's a good place to start. And Father Lucian has been here for a long time, so would know who we could talk to otherwise. And he likes us, right? Likes us.
Think so? Yeah, he lets two of us stay there. So
This is I feel like if we start with the deal could always turn south and lead to a fight. But if we start with the fight, we might get roped into like an even worse or really bad deal. So maybe trying to, I don't know, brainstorm what type of deal we could make, research them, try to figure out their names, maybe try to pursue multiple avenues. We won't have much time. We'd have to start at like dawn probably because we're meeting Lady Wagner fairly early.
I think that this is important, and I think that I can go over to talk to Father Lucien now. We need this information now if we are going to prepare this. Don't you think?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Don't throw up. Don't throw up. You're doing good.
I'm really trying.
Okay. So we go with the deal first. We learn their names in case the deal goes south. And yeah, you are right. It is better to try and go with an olive branch first before going full tilt aggro out the gate.
But if we do not have a safe, we cannot gamble. If we do not have a safe, airtight deal that we present to make this shiny and fun for
That's a
this
good
stroll,
point.
we can't gamble like that because we'll end up worse off than if he killed us. Don't you think?
Not to mention we have someone on our team who would take a horrible deal.
You're right.
So if a deal was presented, one of us may say yes, and the rest of us may not agree, but they're going to do it. And I don't know. They're both uncertain, but within one range, we know what's going to happen. While this one, it's just so up in the air. But
I guess I just would worry.
I'm with you guys, whatever you want to do.
Well, okay.
I don't
Walk me through. So if we try to make the circle, we can't make the circle without the heartstone.
Their names.
You can't.
The
The
names.
binding circle can't be made without
Right.
their names.
That makes
and
sense.
without Fiona Wachter and,
Wachter
her
and co.
associates.
Yeah,
So you need
yeah.
their true names in order to bind them.
So maybe that, like Brock, like you said, maybe that is our first step. We talk to
And-
Father Lucian. We try to.
But then they're also in danger. But they accept that. They accept that on them. We don't have like a fire
know-
insurance for this group, right?
This is a crazy idea,
Yeah, sure.
but would you? These creatures are magical, right?
Yeah, they can go into different realms and like a other plane.
I should
So-
say.
I
It's a-
I can. If we go to where we know that one was, I can detect magic, and I can see invisible foes, enchantments, people, items. Maybe we just try tonight, like Brock, like you said, and see what we can figure out tonight. Sleep and then try again in the morning, and just see if we can get their names.
So the only other place that we know for a fact where one is the dad in the camp, in the Vistani camp.
And one thing to remind you, especially Gloria, because I know Gloria would have paid attention to this particularly. One thing that both Victor mentioned and you have discovered while flipping through the book that he lent you, Ethereal Entities, is that the true names of hags, churls, fae is fiercely guarded because of the power it can give. But you also know that the formation of a coven requires a contract and requires the true names be written on that contract.
Right, which is
And-
what we're looking for at the windmill.
So that, well, that's one potential, you had put together that there was in the designs of the millstone like a hidden compartment, and you and Victor were maybe it's there because they would protect their contract fiercely.
Like Hawthorne said, yeah.
A few other things, Gloria, that as I imagine as this conversation is happening, you would definitely be like looking through your book, trying to get any information that you could. Could you make me a research check?
Sure,
And I'm pretty sure you have a bonus on this.
I do. Yeah. That's a 6.
6 is a success. So, the Cliff's Notes version of the things that you learn about hags and churls. 1, like I said, kind of synonyms for the same name. 2, particularly vulnerable to silver, while still resistant to both magical and non-magical weapons that are not silvered. They're cunning, they're arrogant, they are very willing to make bargains, and can be trusted to hold up their end of the deal. You see again their ability to instantly, through their heartstones, transport to the ethereal plane. You also learn, in addition to the information about the contract, one other piece of information which is interesting and might prove a complicating factor. These covens provide additional power to all the members. There is the benefit of safety in numbers, but literally their own connection to magic grows stronger when near each other. And when near each other, when the coven is together, the coven can use the power Dispel, which is the Savage World's equivalent of Dispel Magic, which, if used on the Binding Circle, might prove a problem. And so that's just a piece of information you pick up on that I know with your analytical mind you would absolutely go, oh, wrench.
Yeah, I'll point that out on Brock's list. Hey, also, we might want to add this to the list.
This is becoming a bad list.
Now, the nice thing, mechanically, is you can dispel a dispel.
Yeah.
So, and you have Dispel. So as long
I do.
So if Gloria were around and had powers when this happens, there's definitely a tool in your toolbox. But it's just.
But we'd have to have one person assigned to dispel and purely dispel if that's going to be the case.
Great, awesome, cool, love it. We're so locked in. Okay. Just to recap, we have a small lead of where we can look for the contract to get their true names. I think maybe
But
sleep
it's
is good.
The window.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Where they've been known to be, right?
Well, yeah. Sleep
Yeah,
is good. But also maybe while we sleep or before we sleep, we all brainstorm contract that they might accept that isn't too horrible.
All right.
I love that phrasing.
I don't have any ideas right now, but maybe if we work together as a
Me
group
neither.
or we think.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Serial killer level contract. This is great. Let's figure this out.
The hell would you come up with a serial killer contract? What?
Can we use that?
Equal.
It's our only idea.
Oh.
Yeah, that is our
equal
only
to-
idea. So at least Hawthorne has come up
At
with
least-
something.
At least Hawthorne's trying. Oh, God.
Fucking trying.
Okay. Do you know what? I think we circle back. Maybe. No, actually, I take it back.
What is it? There can't be
No,
any
it's
bad
okay.
ideas.
You can't just start in there.
I
and
think
then-
you
all
can't
the
do
ideas
it.
are bad. All the ideas are bad.
Understand? So it wouldn't matter. Just throw it in the pot with the rest of it. We'll sift it through.
Well, they seem to need life energy or something. I don't know. Could we?
You saying you want one of us to eat one of the donuts and then
No!
What? Oh, I was
No.
gonna say, say one of
I
us
was
be baked.
doesn't
Get one?
want-
thinking you could have a year of our life or something. I don't know, suck life energy or something, and then we're a year older, and then they don't get a whole person or a whole being. We're just a year older or something,
if
or maybe
this-
the last year of our life.
It-
If you would
I
die
volunteer.
now, they get like, I don't know.
What if you
I'm
instantly die?
brainstorming.
What
I'm
if you instantly
brainstorming.
die? What if you were supposed to
Well,
die in 1 year
I
and you
don't even know.
instantly die as soon as you give them the last year of your fucking life?
That's a
the
gamble.
trick.
We don't like the
Literally,
gamble.
I told y'all this was a bad idea.
Yeah, Gloria.
Okay,
And I
it's not a
think-
bad idea. It's an idea. I didn't say it was bad,
I
but
just
it's an
wanted
idea.
I don't feel like I
Hi,
want to
Erwin.
actually
Yes,
give
you
them
have
any
Jen.
people. And so
Okay.
I was like, what's a way to not give them a person? But like they still have we know they want life energy. I don't know. Maybe we were like, hey, we'll make you a greenhouse. I came
what
up with a way to have the plants grow with lights in the
So-
last place we were at. Like that's life energy. I mean, I'm brainstorming.
I'm thinking
She's so
like
precious.
life energy. Technically, it doesn't have to be in the present, and we know that we came from some sort of past. We didn't know. Maybe if we give them 5 years of our past life, that they can have whatever they want. If they could go to the ethereal plane, then why couldn't they fucking time travel? You know, I think
Can they
that's
even
that's a
leave
good thing.
Can they leave from here?
Could
Yeah,
we give him?
Brock,
Could we
we're on the
give
same
them the
frequency.
guy who gave the kids? Come on, you guys. Let's just sacrifice the guy
no.
who gave the kids up. I'm
Yeah,
all
I'm-
for
But
that.
what if he
Let's
did
do
want
that.
I'm
Done.
I'm
Done.
actually for that.
Yeah.
I mean, are we
he's
giving
like
him a
husk
pet project
anyways.
at
I
that
could
point? Like,
But would we get back the
throw him on my
kids?
back like Hellboy style. Take him with me.
We
ooh,
will figure that out when we get there.
I guess if
All
we got
good
back to
ideas.
kids. Okay,
Gloria, you have to let the kids go. I don't know if the kids are. I think you got to prepare for the worst here.
yeah.
Make sure the kids are
I'm
donuts
telling you
by now.
guys, we have to threaten them with death to get what we want here. That's where I think this is gonna go.
I feel like
Okay,
that's
okay.
only as strong as like our ability to follow through on it, though.
Well,
Look at me. If
Yeah,
I make
okay.
a threat, would they
know,
believe
but
it?
we need to set a trap to fake that strength.
Hawthorne, we can't kill one of these things just yet.
We don't have like a
Okay.
magical Hawthorne grow potion to make you bigger than a windmill.
If we get one separated from the others, though, but that's the hard part.
Or you get,
Okay, what if? Wait, I feel like Hawthorne, you might be cooking.
I think
What
that's-
if we say
yeah.
we would like to make a deal? However, we would like to meet with just one of you to make this deal.
Yeah, that doesn't sound sketchy as fuck.
That
I
sounds
don't
like
know.
a fucking trap. I wouldn't even take that.
Come
Okay.
alone at midnight.
See, that's how that sounds.
But
Wow,
at the
bro.
I don't know. Maybe they like it. Like maybe they
Okay,
like.
maybe we take a step back. We're going to the windmill and we're looking for the contract.
We gotta
If
do
we
that.
find it, that's our bargaining trip. That's our bargaining chip.
Okay,
If
because
we
it has the
do
names.
find the contract, we have their names, and we say, "Hey,
Binding
we have your
circle.
name."
So do we have to bring? Do we have to bring the Lady and Co. with us when we go and take the contract, just in case, or we
Okay, but
take
then,
it,
actually-
we leave, we come back?
You're bringing
That
up a
doesn't seem
good
right.
point. If we
That doesn't
do
seem
find
right.
the contract, we'd want to very quickly and efficiently get back here before we were ambushed by them. Because if we were ambushed by them before we're back, it would have to be our bargaining chip. It'd be like, hey, we do know your names. We have this power over you. If you would like to make a deal with us, we are open to it, but we have the upper hand. We know your name.
I can't do it. They won't believe.
Oh,
Anything I
I
have to say.
absolutely don't think I could do it. Well,
Well,
if we
then
know
why would-
ahead,
List.
if we know ahead of time, I could whichever one of us wants to is maybe the most persuasive. Hawthorne, I'm looking at you. Maybe
Yes,
whoever's
Hawthorne.
the most persuasive, I could
Awesome,
boost-
listen
I
to
could
me.
make you even a little
No offense,
more
man.
persuasive before
While
we
you
talk to
all-
them.
Just so you know, while you all are talking, I'll be right back. I need to take dinner out of the oven, but please continue.
It's only because
I could make you even a little
Or
more
what a
persuasive.
mensch.
So you're like even more persuasive.
I would like to persuade them. I don't want to make a deal with these hags. I don't feel comfortable with this. The only one I feel comfortable with is sacrificing that man who gave up his children. That's it. Everything else is not on the table. I don't even want a toad to sacrifice.
I mean, he's got not a lot of life left in him anyway. I'm pretty sure he's gonna
But-
die
but-
at the end of the week.
But how can we make him shiny and new to them? Because if they're already draining him of all sorts of energy anyway, and using their energy to come into his dreams. So I don't. How can we make him fun
Yeah,
for them?
It feels like a waste, but Brock, we could try to heal him, I guess.
Absolutely not. Let that fucker die. Sorry.
If 9
No.
and Hawthorne is Hawthorne. Oops, sorry, that's the And Brock is going to look at 9 because 9 and Brock were standing over this man when 9 had his hard conversation. So Brock knows that 9 wanted to kill him, knows that there's nothing really standing in his way if he goes alone. So he's just going to give him a look. 9. If we have to heal him to make him shiny and new for them, and he is our best choice, I need to know, and he's going to reach out, that you will support me in doing that. I have to give my resource for that. I need to know that we follow through on that.
If it means we get to save Stella, then yes.
Okay.
I will do that.
Cool.
I would feel better if we asked him if he was willing to give consent to that plan. Otherwise, I do feel
He
like
would.
we're just trading in lives, and I feel like he might consent, and then I would feel better all around.
I think he would consent. I think he's ready to die.
Even if he doesn't, he will be forced to afterwards, but we can ask. That's a good idea.
If he says no, are you fine with us taping and open taking him anyway? Just kidding, he'll say yes. Okay.
I feel like this was quite successful planning.
You know what?
So,
it started
like
rough.
It did start a little rough. Thanks for keeping us on track. Love the list. 9, you know how to drive, right?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, good.
Andy and dangerous.
I feel better knowing that 9 is driving. So we roughly just trying to think. I feel like there's so much that we don't have set. Do we know where we're going? Do we have a map?
We can make another list. So now we don't need
Victor
this list.
had given us a location, a general sort of map that we could
Great.
follow.
9 just pulls the map out and puts it on the table.
Oh,
There's
you're
the
so
map.
prepared. Okay, great.
I try to be.
It is a very bare bones, like hand drawn map of leave Valaki. Looking at it, leave Valaki Hills to the east, the way that you all walked, and then it looks like actually you'll be driving back to basically that same area where you took that rest inside the building when Stradia came and visited you, but we'll be turning off the main road there. And from there it gets a little bit hazier and just kind of is a line branching off with windmill written with a question mark and a pretty big circle.
Is this the green crayon?
Look, he's doing his best with what he has.
He's an apprentice, man. He's trying.
Topographical genius.
He's a good kid. He's a little shit, but he's a good kid.
Very accurate. So, is there anything else you all would be wanting to discuss or do tonight before you head to sleep?
Okay, so question. Because I have to consult the list to make sure that this is not part of the plan. You do not want me to go talk to Father Lucy and to get any information. Do you think it would behoove us to go there anyway, just to see? I mean, like if he's got it.
Yep. Go see him.
Okay, but
I
I
don't think he's going to have the information.
You don't think?
Nobody's going anywhere by themselves. I don't think he has the information myself, but I mean, we could always go and inquire, but
You do have to swing by there to pick Karina up in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, maybe when we go
that-
by in the morning, we just touch base.
Okay, cool. Is anyone hungry?
I smell Erwin's making something real nice downstairs, to be honest with you. I smelled it earlier.
Okay, so just again. Not tonight. Cross that out. Okay, cool. Got it.
In the morning.
Morning. Okay.
I think we see as you all head back downstairs from your room, having conversed, get some dinner. just have a moment to breathe while you continue to, probably in more ambiguous terms, like go over plans, double check things. Would there be anything else you all would be wanting to do tonight before getting some sleep? Fine.
I would like to have a talk with Gloria.
Absolutely. Would this be here in
the
common
room.
once you go
In the room.
upstairs? Okay.
Yep.
You all finish your dinner. Danny and Erwin bid you goodnight. I'll head upstairs.
Hey, and this is after shower, all that other stuff, and getting ready to lay down. Hey, you okay?
I think that's like a loaded question. Like at this moment, I'm okay. Do I feel like we've gotten into deep into two different situations where we've agreed to help people where we don't really know the consequences? And yeah. I also think that, like, I don't know, I'll be honest, I'm still a little anxious about what happened last time we tried to help Lady Faulkner. And I don't know. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm okay. It's just more of since you brought it up, since we helped Lady Faulkner the last time, it's kind of like you've been here, but you haven't been here. Like you've kind of been going on autopilot, and I haven't really said much in front of the others, but I've been wanting to try and touch bases with you and make sure
Yeah.
that,
Well, it's a little weird. I think I don't know. I don't want to make it about me, but I think
it can be about you.
well, I didn't expect that we would, the three of us, you, me, and Hawthorne, be fighting him alone. And I think I'm pretty good at supporting you all when you're fighting. That's something that I'm pretty good at. But Isik, that was just such a wild situation. I don't know. I think it's just the first time I tried to, shoot somebody. It was a little off.
Well, if you don't remember, date night, you protected me and you took out the crawler.
Yeah, but
you saved
they
my
weren't
life.
they weren't like a person, like a. Well, I guess Isik by the end wasn't either. I don't know. It's tough to hold to more. I guess I'm just questioning. I don't know.
And he gets closer to you. Listen, you don't have to question anything that you do. What I've learned so far is that you do things when you feel is right. You do take care of us. Whether it be healing us or, protecting. You're good at that. You're good at a lot of other things. But like I told you before, I'm here for you. It always will be. Just want to make sure where your head was and just to check in. And that's what really matters.
I appreciate that. I don't know. I'm still kind of shaken by it, and I think I don't want to blame Karina, but I'm a little annoyed that I think
Water
it'll be
is
fine.
wet. That was very adamant. That was very apparent at breakfast the other day.
I mean, I just feel like I don't know. I'm nervous too about this adventure, but I do think that as tricky as this is and how many uncertainties, I feel better knowing it's in pursuit of trying to help somebody. And so hopefully we can help Stella and it'll work out.
And I want to help this kid. I do. The kids, they meant well, and the spell went wrong. I'm not even mad at Victor or whatever. He had his heart in a good place. It just went awry, and I applaud the kid for trying to fix it. And we get to help Lady Faulkner too, get her daughter back.
Yeah.
And maybe we can leave this place better than we found it. And that's all I really want to do here, pretty much.
That's a good goal. I'll try to be more locked in and present. I think I just
A lot on your mind. I get that. A lot of factors that you kind of have to maneuver through and everything, but I'm still glad that you're here and that you're still around. Okay? Don't let this place take you.
what if I'm worried like it already has? I mean, we're contemplating making a bad deal, trading life energy or taking their lives. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It is. But we got time when we're on the driving. We can come up with something else. Maybe we can talk with Lady Wagner on the way there. Maybe she can come up with an idea too that might enlighten us to make better choices when it gets here.
That's true. And also, I do feel like we didn't really circle back to the idea if that life energy could count or something. I still think maybe making him a greenhouse, I don't know, maybe.
You know, maybe a greenhouse would work. Maybe the hags would like, some foliage and some greenery to eat, and maybe they can use that instead of people to make their pastries. So,
Sounds ridiculous, but I guess we'll think about it on the drive. Yeah. Thanks for trying to talk it through.
Hey, it's okay. And he will kiss her on the forehead and the cheek, and you gotta go
I'll
to
just
sleep,
tilt my
okay?
head up so it's not the cheek.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll just act like nothing happened and go to bed.
As you settle down to sleep, Gloria, there's a window here. Occasionally you can see, as you struggle a little to fall asleep, you can see the moon coming out from behind the heavy rain clouds. So close to full. You know that you have mere days before, if what Victor said is true, Stella is lost. And also, think as you look at that large, nearly full moon, can't help but remember Rena. What has infected her? What does a full moon mean for that? Not sure yet. And as you start to drift to sleep, you hear 9 having terrible nightmares. 9, if Gloria were to hear anything that you either said in your sleep or anything like that, what do you think it would be?
You would hear him mumbling, "Run, keep going, we can outrun them. You don't turn back, just fly. Go."
And Gloria, could you please make me a vigor check?
I can.
Thank you.
4.
4. You are actually able to get some sleep, despite 9's loud and relatively constant nightmares. Otherwise, that would have been a point of fatigue for you, which would have been a -1 to a lot of things, but luckily, you managed to get some sleep. Brock, Hawthorne, anything you would be doing before getting sleep?
Brock thinks that he's done enough.
Okay.
He made a list. It's right there. So, we're good. You can sleep now. Okay.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta get your thoughts down onto paper so that you can quit worrying about it.
Every possible thought down on paper is what's going on here.
Yeah, nobody's scared at all to say they're not going to talk after what just happened in that room and you made her vigor roll and stuff. Everybody's going to be scared to talk now.
I'm continuously in fear.
All right.
He only knows fear.
Yeah, Hawthorne and Brock would literally just sort of go in and just quietly go to sleep. We're just sort of tuckered out for the evening.
Kind of done.
Okay. All of you are able to get some sleep, which means all of you with powers, you are able to regain 8 times 5 power points, so that should be max for all of you. And
It's so beautiful to see.
to see maxed out, isn't it?
To see it maxed.
And as we move on to the next day, which promises to be quite an eventful one, let's go ahead and take our mid-session break, and we will come back the next day. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We're going to go find a windmill. Be back soon. We are back. We pick back up the next day. We see as you all climb into your truck, as it is still drizzling outside, head to the Cathedral of St. Andrew, where Karina is already waiting outside for you, as she has been each time you've come here. Ira is not currently with her. If you all were to inquire with Father Lucian at this point, if he had any information about the true names of hags or churls, he has no such information.
Wait, he doesn't?
No, that is very much... He's a town priest who lives here in town. Why would he have that information?
A holy
Everybody
man.
in town. Wouldn't he know who to go
man.
to?
I told you.
Wouldn't he know the covetously
Okay.
guarded secret names of the hags and churls? No. But
I more meant
It's
that
in
he might know
red
people
crayon.
who would come for help or
That's-
had made
no,
shady
I mean,
deals.
so what I
and
will-
then we could ask those people if they had more information on the people they made deals with. Because right now we have the lead on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I assume that, especially in a town like this, if somebody was struggling, who would they be turned to?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The county pastor. So I felt like it was possible
Oh.
he might have some.
I
info.
Ethan.
I think that, I mean, if you share with him, like, that the creatures that you are seeking after are the same ones who were creating these addictive pastries that people were consuming, then he absolutely would have the information of that and would share.
In the little bit of time I've been able to provide comfort administrations for the refugees, I've heard many such cases.
Would you have shared the information about Franz and his children, do you think? There's no wrong answer here.
If Brock is
Brock,
talking,
that's on you. You're the one that's
Oh,
talking
man.
to Father Lucian.
Okay.
I was just defending
Well,
you.
I
That
thought-
I felt
well-
like that he might have some info. Gloria's not having this
appreciate that,
conversation.
and was correct, by the way. But, so quick question. Got any info?
Asking about Franz?
We know a man named Franz. A bit changed now than he was previously. Not feeling so great. Do you know anyone like that?
I saw him last night in the town square, the new refugee camp. Or so.
Yep.
There's something causing his body and his soul to waste away. I've never seen anything quite like it.
And Brock is going to tent his fingers after slicking his hair back. He's still hunched over, but it looks like a different kind of slouch. There's a little more confidence to it. So what we know and what we're trying to fix in its own way is that there is a being that can hop from place to place and has been distributing alternates to this reality in exchange for high-priced items, high-value items, potentially even people. And that poor Franz became a victim to his own greed and decided his 2 children would be good for some pastries. He's a fool, but there are others like him.
Rock, it is not our place to cast judgment,
It is-
especially on those so desperate for escape. While I do not claim to understand what could possibly have motivated this man to do that, I think that for him to have been in such desperate straits means we should look on him with love, care, and sympathy. as
Well.
we would all wish to be looked upon if we had to make those decisions.
Well, and he just steadies his jacket on his shoulders, smoothing out his lapels. Choose to see him in whatever way gets this job done. And I'm not forcing what is there. He gave away the lives of innocents in pursuit of his own ends. That is not worthy of my pity. We're trying to fix this situation. And the fact that he is not the only one that has made this choice, I do not pity them either. But
That is your choice.
I pity the circumstance.
Indeed.
And will aim to better it. But I do not respect them. And he puts his hands in his pockets, and he stands directly next to mine. And he just looks at him and nods.
Well, I wish the Morning Lord's light to shine upon you in this trial that you clearly have in front of you. I am sorry I could not be of any further assistance, however.
Yes, may the Lord's light, and he gestures up, shine on us all.
Take this before you go.
And he walks over towards... He walks into his office and pulls down a small vial and hands it to you.
Water blessed in the name of the Morning Lord. Perhaps it will help.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. This will help.
And on behalf of me and the rest of the group, we do thank you for looking after Ira while we go take care of this situation as well and housing up Karina.
Think nothing of it. I hope to see you all again soon.
Problem. Nine's gonna go over to Ira real quick.
Ira's been waiting for this conversation to finish.
Yeah. Hey, Ira, come here. In the meantime, while we're taking care of this and everything, I need you to ask the father a favor. Even if you can get that kid that does all the work around here. I need you to go find a bunch of restraints.
Restraints?
Restraints, like chains, rope, whatever you can find.
All right. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Why?
Well, in 3 days you'll find out why, but we need to be prepared for that.
Casts a glance towards where Karina is standing with Gloria and Hawthorne just outside the open door of the church.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that too.
It's a bridge I was hoping to cross when we got there, but better to be prepared in case you fall in, right?
Yeah, you got 2 days pretty much. The full moon comes in.
Right, restraints. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Me just walking around asking random people if they know where I can buy restraints. I'm sure that'll go.
I was to say it's for like a kink thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. No, that'll lessen
Yeah.
the questions. Oh, fantastic.
I'm pretty sure that this town's pretty much, very open about that. I don't think this is a very
clearly,
vanilla town.
Oh, definitely.
The
You can
points.
tell.
I mean, they had the whole stockades and stuff, humiliation.
You guys, why not? The person is trying to help someone else who might have seizures, so they're getting restraints to make sure it doesn't happen.
I'm sure I can come up with some reason, and I'm no stranger to getting odd looks, so don't really care one way or the other. How long do you think you will be gone?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
You
It's
all
not
do
that
know,
far.
just for the record, you all do know from Victor that with a car, it should be anywhere between a 2 and a 4 hour drive each way.
Hopefully no more than a day or two. It's just a relatively short drive, and if we're able to find what we need and return quickly, maybe just today.
All right, I'll get to work. You all be safe and keep her safe from herself. All right?
Pointing at Karina.
We could try, but we'll do that for you.
Thank you. Trying is all I can ask. Now go on. You're losing daylight. Whatever that is.
And as you all leave the church behind and head towards the eastern gate of Valaki Hills, when you get there, Fiona Voctor is already there. She is standing with her arms crossed and is tapping a booted foot. She has traded out her fine dresses and clothes that you have seen her in for very practical pants, flat-soled leather boots. You can see an old chain shirt that is tucked underneath the forest green blouse that she is wearing, has a cloak for the rain. There is a nightstick hanging, like a baton hanging from her hip, and more traveling gear stuffed into a bag. She also has a crow perched on her shoulder, and she is flanked by 4 individuals. As your truck rolls up, she gestures to a box nearby, and one of the 4 individuals with her squats down, picks it up, and as soon as the truck is in park, drops it down into the bed of the truck. The 4 associates of Fiona Voctor also, before even saying hi to you all, with just a gesture from her, quickly get to work on constructing a makeshift sort of awning almost above the bed of the truck, since it is raining, so that since only 3 of you can fit in the front seat, the remaining half dozen of y'all can at least not be getting rained on the whole time. She checks a pocket watch, puts it away.
Well, glad to see you all. Are we prepared?
Oh, she gestures at the box.
The portion of the rewards that I promised you. Managed to find a few things of use, not as many as I was hoping. But there's a box of silver bullets, a few silver tipped stakes, and
she gestures, and one of the men opens the box and lifts up a bulletproof vest.
managed to find one of these as well.
Just so you all know mechanically, a bulletproof vest is +2 armor, so that goes onto your toughness, and is +3 against bullets.
I bet.
Thank you.
Thanks, lady.
These are the associates of whom I spoke. That big one there, that's Andre, Boris, Mjolna, and Roxandra. They have agreed to help with this endeavor, and they know the risks associated with it. Is there anything further that you all need to do to prepare before we leave?
Well, we got a few weapons of our own. I think we have a semblance of a plan right now, but we would, on the way there, we'd like your input as well, on how we're going to do this. Okay?
Any insight I can give is at your disposal.
Cool. All right. And he looks at the others, the two that are more concerned. Does that work for you too? Does that put you at ease?
Who are you asking?
Brock and Gloria, the ones who were worried about the plan.
Oh,
Lady
I think-
Wagner's asking help.
Yeah. So when we spoke to you previously, we talked about how there were kind of two alternative paths of trying to make a deal to get what we need from them, or having it maybe turn violent. We've been trying to brainstorm ironclad
Gloria.
deals.
Gloria, I am
And-
incredibly interested in hearing what you have to say. Do you mind if we have this conversation in the car?
Yeah, I think that was what Nine was implying. So yeah, that sounds perfect.
The 9, I assume you're driving?
Of course.
There is one between the front seat, which can hold 3 of you, and the truck bed. There is a window that can slide, so you all can still, communicate with each other, even if you're in the back versus the front. But with 9 driving, Fiona Voctor definitely taking one of the other 3 front seats. Who else would be in front?
Gloria. Gloria's always going to ride shotgun.
Gloria.
Me.
Gloria's always going to ride shotgun.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't get car sick or any. No, it's good.
I don't fit in the cab.
Very fair point. Very fair point. So, as you start the truck and begin to drive east away from Valaki Hills,
You were saying, Gloria, about ironclad deals?
Oh yes. I think if we were to try to make a deal with them, it would need to be very ironclad.
Agreed.
The very sneaky.
Rock
Really
chimes in,
forward.
leading through the window.
If my recollection of these creatures is correct, they are tricksy. And so making sure to pick our wording ahead of time would be very, very smart. Did you have any ideas?
We have a handful of ideas. I'm not sure any of them are particularly good. It does seem like they want like some form of life energy. I don't know if you know of anything else that they might prefer.
Whatever serves their selfish interests at that moment, I would imagine, but that can vary. I do not know. I think it will depend on the individual with whom you're negotiating. Oh, I did mean to ask. Do you all know for certain how many individuals are reside in this windmill we're going to? Is it just one? We've been functioning under the assumption that there were multiple, as a hag or a churl with a coven.
Yeah, my research seems to indicate that there would be multiple, but what's very interesting is the one that we know of has been loitering more around town. They are able to go into they'll leave this plane, and so perhaps could travel. Unfortunately, we have very limited information, which is, I think, the more prep we can do on the way and the more cautious we can be when we get there, the better. Because
We've got time.
we don't have nearly as much information as I'd like.
And do we know, as you said, there's much we do not know, so forgive me if I ask questions that we don't have the answers to, but in addition to the churls or hags that may be present, do we know if there are any others? Anyone else?
because I don't believe you all mentioned the kids to her.
This might be a good time to bring them up. So there's a few other details. And Nine, you maybe you or Brock might be able to speak to this more.
Sorry, the guy gave his kids away. There's 2 of them. That they might be there.
There might be more,
If there are...
if that's what they're taking.
She
we
look-
also just something that. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, she looks very distressed by the notion that there might be kids here in this place. And because the whole reason she's doing this is to save her daughter. She's a mom. And she just shakes her head looking out the window.
If there are children inside that building, it might be too dangerous to engage them in any form of combat. might risk the children.
Yeah, that is another reason to try to have a good deal. Not to fearmonger, it might be nothing, but I'm going to kind of glance over at you, Nine. We do know that Durst is the name of the people kind of associated with the windmill, and unfortunately we have had a run-in with this family before.
They had a giant
They
murder
suck.
house. With
Yeah.
a human baby in the basement.
It was pretty bad.
Name rings a bell, Durst.
Oh no, it does?
Well, maybe it does. The old, the noggin ain't what it used to be, but I feel like I know that name. Durst.
Maybe associated with a cult?
Do you know Elizabeth?
That sounds right, Elizabeth.
Gross.
They were from Bridgewater, yes?
Yes,
Yes,
Bridgewater.
yes, ma'am.
I don't recall much off the top of my head, but I could see if I could dig anything up once we get back. Not that that will be much use to us now that we're out here.
9, the drive back to the deserted neighborhoods where you took sanctuary from the rain, heading to Valaki Hills, that drive doesn't take too long. And it's pretty easy. All you have to do is avoid potholes, pretty good amount of them. But
Kill the wolf over there.
your headlights push forward into the omnipresent mist and fog, and eventually, like, you're consulting your map, your windshield wipers just going crazy here against the mist and fog, and Voctor leans over and squints through the mist.
There, I think that's where we're supposed to turn off. Turn here.
One hand turns that some bitch.
Could you...
Hold on, you guys, we're turning.
Brock, or excuse me, 9. Could you
Squash.
please make me a driving check? First time, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. 9, how strong are you at this? What,
+6.
Yeah, do
I'm not-
so.
I'm a six.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm a
that's
six.
actually pretty good. Yeah.
Great.
That's
Cool.
better
Keep
than me.
going.
That's way better.
Keep
than me.
going.
I got a 4.
Oh.
Stay the course.
A 4? Perfect. The drive, as you turn off, I think you hesitate for a second and look to Fiona for confirmation, because you've been driving on a road. This is not a road. This is a path up in towards the mountains leading away from town. This is off-roading. And she gives you a nod, and you push the truck. Just, you all in the back are having to, like, hold on to the truck
Be
here.
careful, guys. Sorry.
And this whole ride, by the way, Voctor's 4 associates, totally stony-faced, totally silent. It's not like they don't respond if engaged, but they don't engage. And... oh, one second.
Don't you let the don't you stall out on me. Come on, get up the fucking hill. Come on, move.
You begin to push the truck a little bit harder, and eventually, just shortly after you take this turn, the progress of industrialization, the brutalist architecture, can no longer be seen, and you drive into something completely different. It's dark copses of trees that begin to swarm the edges of the road, branches snarled overhead. And I think you might wonder when the last time these branches were beheld by common folk.
Lady Vok, we going the right way?
Well, if Victor's information is to be trusted, yes. But we're putting a lot of faith in a teenager.
Hey, he's doing his best. so I can give him.
Green crayon.
Crayon. As like Fiona Voctor actually looks at it. Oh, it's not okay. Just had to double check. You all have been driving at this point for about an hour. Still got more of your trip ahead of you. Any other discussions you would be having in the meantime? You don't have to. Just asking.
I am gonna do something,
Okay.
but I was just double checking. I think Brock's gonna be looking around for things, but just in case, like, right, because I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on Brock, and when it looks like Brock is like gonna start looking for things, I wanna take action on something. So Brock, you like feel the back of your like neck tingle a little as Gloria is very engaged at watching you, because I think that like I'm worried everything will happen very quickly. If we are to find anything, it'll be like slow and then fast. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on you.
And he'll, as he feels you watching him, he's very observant. He will turn and he will look you directly in the eye with all the confidence in the world, say, "Head will be on a swivel."
Yeah.
Could I please get everyone to make me notice checks? Gloria
Sleuth!
and 9. This is notice in the moment. Sleuth is for like
Okay.
gathering all the
Got it.
information
We're
in area.
still in
You
the
could,
car. We're
you
still
can
in the
potentially
car.
do that
I just have
later.
to shout it just in case.
Guidance. But could
Guidance!
so a notice check from everyone. A -2 for those in the front seat. A -4 for those in the truck bed.
Get the fuck out.
Super rude, by the way.
Even with a -2, I got a 6. I'm good.
That seems
Boom.
seems about right. I got
Explosions.
3.
What happened?
Yeah, you got an 11.
Yeah, you got an 11.
Okay.
You got an
It's
11,
not
right?
showing up.
That's
but...
with a -4. You got an 11.
It's between Hawthorne. Yeah, it's
Oh
between
my
Hawthorne and
God.
9.
Okay, so
Oh my gosh, that feels so thematic after you saying heads on a swivel and then you roll an
How
11.
perfect. Sometimes the dice really want to help tell the story the way you want to tell it. So, 9.
That's the back of the neck right there.
You are, like, yeah, you've been listening to this conversation with Voctor and Gloria, but once you turned off the road, you are very much having to focus. Your visibility is about 15 to 20 feet with how dark and then heavy the fog is, the rain, headlights trying their best, but this isn't a a straight path. They push ahead, but then it turns, and so you are having to strain and squint, and Brock, you just happen to have your head on a swivel and notice a shape, a humanoid shape, standing on one of the branches that is snarled over the path here. Just standing and holding on to it.
To 2 o'clock.
And as you say that, that is enough for 9 for you to clock it. And would you drive through? Or would you stop? And as it's pointed out, before you answer that
He's gonna
question, I'm
post
going to
them.
tell you all what you see. Well, tell the two of you what you see. Because the rest of you, it's still really hard to see. Both of you see standing, crouching on this gnarled branch, a gaunt figure. Wild hair, bare feet, like just wrapped around on this branch. Wearing a tattered gown or garb of stitched animal skins and furs. There are red streaks running down its cheeks with 2 more fang-shaped paint marks right beneath its lower lip. and it is crouching, just looking at the truck approach.
Brock draws his gun on his side.
Oh, we're gonna keep going. We're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Roll your windows up, everybody.
You just drive right through. And Lady Voctor, Governess Voctor, looks behind through the window just to get a little glance.
One of the forest folk. Strange. You made the
Are they
right
good
choice.
people?
That depends on your perspective. They worship Stradia as a god.
I think, fuck them then. That fuck them. No. They've always done that. Is that new, or has that just been forever since this happened?
Well, according to the histories, ever since Stradia took full control over Barrowville, including the land itself, the forest folk who worship the land then began to worship she who controlled it.
The road that you drive on, if it can be called that at this point, continues to push its way through the woods. And after about 2.5 or so total hours of travel, you made pretty good time. 9, you're a confident driver.
Hell yeah.
After about 2.5 hours of total travel, as the trees clear briefly, you can see that the road ahead of you splits. The left path continues on, hugging the side of the mountain as it continues to climb up and up until you lose it in the fog. And the right path leads to a promontory, upon which an unusual sight sits. An old windmill. Out of time and place with what else you've seen of Barrowville. Dilapidated, warped wooden fans stripped bare, looking like ragged ghosts in the wind. It has an onion-domed edifice that leans precariously, threatening to call it quits at any moment. Gray brick walls, dirt-covered windows, and a flimsy wooden door leading inside. And you can see a ruddy orange light coming from windows on the first and second floors. The windmill is tall, about 4 stories or so. And as this comes into view, 9 turning down that way.
Stop here. Let's not announce our arrival until we are fully prepared.
Ma'am.
Well, we've kicked the can as far down the road as we can. Now we need to decide what our plan is going to be. Because there are certainly some questions I still have. We know our jobs. However, there are complicating factors. If there are children inside, how many of these creatures are within there? Are we planning to fight or planning to bargain?
I have a list.
Lives by the list.
Yeah, we have a list. I think that the logic we were going with Lady Voctor was that if we try to bargain and it goes south, we can always fight. But if we fight, we will be in a worse bargaining position. So first order of business is we're going to search the area and then go from there.
Should
Is there any way we could perhaps set a trap at all?
You mean another trap besides the spell trap?
Just as in case they start coming this way, and we do have.
Like a distraction?
Oh, you, there you go.
Sorry, I cut out there.
Mine too.
Just in case if they start coming at us, then we could walk them into a trap. Almost like having the second option at hand already before we step in with our first option. But that's just a thought.
one thing, well, two things, that you all should know as we are finalizing plans. This binding circle that the 5 of us will establish here, this is not a permanent binding circle. This is temporary. Establishing a permanent one is a much lengthier and much more difficult process. I suspect we will be able to maintain its integrity for 10 minutes once it has been started. However, should anything happen to any of the 5 of us, all 5 of us are needed to maintain the circle. So once we begin, you will only have a limited amount of time.
Will we have to worry about the forest people attacking you?
I doubt it.
It does a look over the shoulder.
Hey, don't tend to be malicious with no cause.
Okay. I'm guessing maybe a couple of us go up to the door and introduce ourselves. They get inside, do a look-see-loo around. I could climb the outside of the building and check some of the windows and see if I see anybody.
Well, what are you gonna say when we introduce ourselves? Hello, we're here to find a potential coven and monster, and we need to borrow your heartstone. I go to another plane of existence. If that's a good. Well, what do you, I think I'm panicking. I think I'm panicking.
Or we sneak in?
Sneaking in is an option, but also we don't know, like Governor said, we don't know how many people are in there right now. We don't know the logistics that's inside this windmill. This way, if we have 2 people on the inside, again, going back to no one goes alone, I send Brock and Hawthorne in, and Karina in, to be able to see things. Sorry, you're on Karina duty. I'm sorry.
Hawthorne's gonna look over at Gloria. Where was the compartment located that Victor and you had found on the blueprints?
I'll pull out the blueprints and point it out.
The millstone, which is on the 2nd story, according to the blueprints.
My only thought process is that if we sneak in, we're a threat.
Well,
if they find us and we snuck in, we're a threat to them and they instantly attack us.
Yeah.
We pose as windmill inspectors, sanctioned by the new mayor.
We took a wrong turn because we went left at the fork instead of right at the fork.
I want that reality so badly.
OSHA?
windmill inspection.
What are they gonna do?
This is a surprise
We have the
windmill inspection.
rightful claim and the blueprint here.
We are here on duty.
Hawthorne's gonna take the blueprint. This is the best idea we've got. And he's gonna start rolling it out.
There,
How you doing?
Nope, sit your big ass down in that truck.
May I suggest an alternative? But
go.
I love, first of all, love the idea of forming a windmill inspection, committee. That's probably important. But you all mentioned that one of these churls or hags was the one responsible for selling those donuts. Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah. Selling without a permit.
That well.
Are we?
Possibly.
Add it to the
I was
board.
going. I was
You wanna
going
make a
to
list?
offer. I was going to offer the simpler possibility of perhaps you could pose as someone interested in purchasing pastries.
Oh, yeah, that could work too.
Either. I mean, these all sound like wonderful options, and as long as we get the names,
Yeah, Hawthorne,
doesn't bother me
whichever
how
one
we
You
do
can
it.
see
think
Hawthorne
so.
getting really sad. You can see Hawthorne getting kind of sad and holding the blueprints.
Look, we can do it. We can do OSHA later. We can do OSHA another time. Okay.
Fine.
But yeah, that's why I was saying the three of them go inside to ask for pastries and everything. And Brock's eyes are there. And then Hawthorne is as charming as Big Blue is there, and you can just
Yeah.
bat his eyes and talk to him. And then you
Okay.
keep an eye on Karina.
Just in case. Let's see. I feel like, oh man, are we talking or do we need protection before you guys walk up?
Little column A, little column B.
Would you prefer protection or your persuasion to be boosted? Hawthorne, which do you feel like would be more useful to you in this moment?
Persuasion would definitely be more useful in this moment, especially if we're not wanting to fight.
Great. I'm gonna boost your. I'm gonna try to boost your trait.
All right, make me.
Do we need a
that-
safe word?
Kimsey.
Okay, that's a 6 on my occult roll, so
So
your
that is a
persuasion
success.
is boosted.
by one die type, right?
Yeah.
That's such a good ability. And remember, you can always extend those things, those abilities, for just one power point. You can extend it the length that it normally lasts, again, for just one additional power point. So
Great,
after every
yeah.
5 rounds, you can just spend a power point to keep it going if you want.
Yeah, if we're in the midst of negotiating, I'll definitely do that.
Okay. So you use boost trait. And who all was heading up to the door?
Hawthorne, Brock, and Karina.
And Karina, yeah.
Okay. So Lay, make note of that. That was Brock, Hawthorne, and Karina.
Should she stay in the truck, y'all? Should she stay in
Do
the
you
truck?
want- I mean, she can-
What are
Nah.
Gloria
You would never let
and
that happen.
Nine doing? Are you letting like the three of them approach, but you two are hanging back as like part of the same crew, or are you trying to not be involved with this whatsoever?
9, you were the one that suggested splitting the party. What do you think?
Damn! I love that.
We could do a quick.
That's
we
your
could just-
woman.
We could scope
I-
around the perimeter of
do that.
the
That is-
windmill.
That is what I
or-
wanted to do. Right there. That part.
Great. Cool.
Scope.
I'm gonna just try to carefully fly up and do a quick sweep in perimeter, just like up
Yeah.
from the sky, look down, see if I see anything. You said it was kind of crumbling anyway. Maybe I
Oh,
can
yeah.
get some insight and like peek in.
So how close? Are you like wanting to fly up and like look in windows, or are you trying to get a broader view of like the area? Or both?
Both.
Both. Okay, cool. Could you make me a notice check? I'm gonna say with a -2 here because these windows are filthy.
I don't know. Clean. Oh, it doesn't matter.
12.
No, it doesn't. Good lord. Is that a
My
12
D12 exploded.
with the -2? My goodness.
It would be a
Success-
14, but
Yeah.
it is -2, so 12.
A success with 2 raises. So, you notice a few things. As you're flying up and you just get a broader view, you can see in the valley below this promontory, there is a circle of tall, slender megaliths. Just individual tall pieces of black stone shrouded amongst the thick clouds of fog here, right at the edge of the trees. And you can really only make out the jagged tops of these megaliths because of how thick the fog is. With the notice that you got, which floor are you checking out first? First, second, third, fourth? Where do you think you would start?
We found that the millstone was on the second floor.
Correct.
So I'm most interested in the second floor.
Okay. You fly up and look in this window, like keeping yourself hidden so that you're harder to be spotted yourself. And you see a familiar man. Morgan.
In the second floor? Morgan's in the second floor?
Haggard, heavy set, somewhere nebulously between mid-50s and mid-70s, and is currently sweeping the floor and pushing up this cloud of white dust with the broom, which you would expect in a place with a millstone. But with that success with 2 raises, you notice that amongst the debris here getting swept up are a few old bones.
Ah, there's
And
bones.
he is wearing a stained, flour-caked apron, and from somewhere deep inside your memory, you recognized that stain as old blood.
He's making the donuts in the second floor of the windmill place.
Yep.
Okay. Haunting.
Had to do it. And
Okay.
as you are noticing this, you see as Morgan sweeping suddenly lifts his head, leans his broom against the wall, and goes to a set of stairs, starting to walk downward as Brock, Hawthorne, and Karina have knocked on the front door. And that is where we'll pick up next time. Great job, everyone. What a fun session this was for session 46. Thank you all in the stream so much for being here. Please don't go anywhere because we are going to be raiding, and I want to let these wonderful people let you know where you can find them when they're not here trying to figure out how to save a bunch of kids and fight some terrifying creatures. So let's go with Anna Margaret.
Oh, hi. I'm Anna Margaret. You can find me everywhere online at It's Anna Margaret. I will be making a short appearance at PAX West soon. So if you're in the area, come say hi. And I am so excited to be here. Thanks.
Sally.
Hey guys, Sally Quinn Creations. We're hanging out on Twitch. We're doing a lot of Halloween stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of weekly streaming here soon instead of weekend streaming. So come hang out and say hi. And Halloween is soon and Practical Magic is sooner. Okay, bye.
Ooh,
Thanks,
true. Mav.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite black guy on the internet here. Tomorrow's my birthday, so we're doing a birthday stream
Happy
tomorrow.
birthday.
I wanted to sing the one I'm not allowed to so bad because it's so much better.
But yeah,
Which one?
Mav, do it because I can't.
Happy birthday.
hold
Happy birthday.
Oh, I was
happy
thinking like,
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That one.
It's so much more upbeat.
But yes, of course. But tomorrow, my birthday stream, I'll be starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna watch a bunch of cool YouTube videos to kill time until everybody gets off work, and then we'll play games later on in the evening. Feature game show is also tomorrow at like 1, so we'll be watching that too to see what new games that are coming out very soon. So be sure to tune in for that tomorrow, and there will be cake tomorrow. So there you go.
And
Okay, bye.
Lauren.
I'm here. Mostly the TTRPG times. I'm trying to do retro gaming Mondays if I'm feeling it. But sometimes Monday do be hitting hard, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be around, so come hang out. Okay, bye.
And I'm Ethan. Happy one day before your birthday, Mav. If you want to find me, I am the lesser half of Thousand Faces Cosplay, but also the buff DM online, talking all things TTRPGs, currently talking about how to convert your real-life strength into D&D and why it doesn't always work so well. So please check that out. Check out the past episodes. If this is your first time in here and you had a blast, there are 45 sessions for you to catch up on in this campaign. And if you enjoyed these players, most of them, or a number of them, play in other games that are streamed on here. So please go check those out. Wild Beyond, Lords of Sin, Crooked Moon, all that goodness. All right, let's get a raid going. Some people here playing The Mountain Witch. So let's go support another TTRPG stream. Be good to yourselves until we see you next time. You deserve it. Do something simple and good for yourself. Drink some water, touch some grass, go outside, read a book, listen to your favorite song. Something that's good for you. Also, midterms are coming up. Please check your registration, and please remember to vote. Thank you all so much. Until we see you next time, be good, we love you, and go buff yourselves. Oh no, I knocked my water over. Bye, friends!